Welcome to the post-game press conference for the FIBA Women's Asia Cup 2023 game between Lebanon and New Zealand. New Zealand defeated Lebanon 76-45. Lebanon coach George JJ and player Rana Al Hussein have joined us, so we will conduct this in English. Coach, a comment about the game. Thank you.
Congratulations for New Zealand. It's a tough tournament. It's a tough championship. I guess the title is physicality. They are a good team with strong bodies. This is a message for our young girls in Lebanon to start training, to start lifting weight, to start working hard, so they can come in the future and get the revenge for us.
And a comment from yourself, Rana?
Congratulations, obviously, to New Zealand. But to our girls, I'm extremely proud of our team. Every game we're going into, we're fighting. And despite the resources that we have at Lebanon, and we've just been training for close to a month, I'm pretty damn proud of the girls and the coaches for what we've put together for such little time, the resources that we've had together.
Absolutely. And just quickly, despite the loss today, it did look like there were improving signs since the first game. And you were quite in it, especially in the first half. Just speak to that, kind of the improvement that you've seen across each game.
Yeah, we're improving technically, honestly, just like Anna said, we're working, we're improving. The only thing, this is the physicality, if it was Korea, if it was China, if it was New Zealand, they have strong bodies, they have fast play, fast tempo. We're not used to that, so we will learn from what's happening in this championship, so we can build our next generation for that. We shouldn't be looking at this as only a loss now. We should look at it as a lesson for our next generation. If we want to compete in Division A and prove that Lebanon deserves to be here, we have to change our program. We have to change a lot of things. So what's happening here is positive. It's positive for us. We still have the Philippine game, and our target is still the same. Our target is to stay in Division A, and we didn't move on the goal. We didn't change our focus. Our focus is to win against Philippines and to stay in Division A, and we will build and work on it for the next years.
Speaking about the Philippines game, it might be a bit more equal in size and athleticism.
True.
Even
True.
Is there a change to the game plan going into that game, or something that you'd want to focus on?
Every game we change. If you watch China, Korea, New Zealand, we don't play the same way. We change defenses, we change offenses. Of course, we need to surprise, and we need, like I always say, we need to try to play our game and our tempo.
Well, thank you, Lebanon. This concludes the first part of the press conference. We'll be back with New Zealand.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us New Zealand coach Guy Malloy and Talia Tupaia. Coach, a word about the game.
Obviously a big game for us to make sure that we could finish the pool play with 2 wins, and I thought our defence was outstanding, particularly in the first half, and the poise of the players was really good, and then we just steadied and kind of had the game well under control by early in the third quarter.
Talia, a comment about the game?
Yeah, just like Guy said, I'm happy to get those 2 wins. Came out strong. Defense was a good start for us, and that led to our offense, and we're able to get good looks.
We're open to questions.
So questions from TVNZ. How important is this win today? Not just for the Asia Cup, but for the Olympics?
Well, we'll find out in the wash later today. There's still 1 game to be played in our pool, so we need a result that doesn't upset the order of things, but we're hopeful that 2 wins is enough in our pool to finish in the top 2, which would trigger a crossover game against third in the other pool. So we know that there's a lot of work to be done yet, and a tough quarter-final opponent. But I like how the girls have come together. I like how they're playing as a team. Chemistry feels great. So if we can continue to defend how we have been, and the team moves forward, then the scores will take care of themselves. But we're not there yet. But we're in a pretty good position.
Second question: what worked today for the Ferns to be so dominant from 3? Was that part of the game plan?
Well, I think when you play some of the smaller countries, that Penina is quite a threat inside, so she's going to draw a lot of attention, and we just made a couple of adjustments in our offence to move her from further out on the floor to closer to the basket. And then the fact that she was around the rim a lot of the time gave our shooters some space, and certainly Talia had a really strong shooting game. Charlize was a bit cold to open, and then she found her mark, and then Ezra came in and made a couple of really good threes as well. So it was good to see that the shooters got some confidence.
A question for Talia. How do you feel with the tight turnaround of the game, having played a game just 16 hours before?
Yeah, I feel good. Penina and I were able to rest just getting that career win, so that really helped getting that first win. But the chemistry is really good out there. Our defense is good. Communication is really good out there, so that helps.
How does it feel for the rest of the squad? Was it tough for them to have that tight turnaround?
No, I think it was good. Our starters had more of a chance to get out there and get the win and get a good start for us, and then that led our bench. And the bench did really well considering as well. They pushed it, they kept it going as well.
Can you just talk about Talia's impact on the offensive end today, especially her outside shooting? How impactful has her addition to this team been?
Well, we haven't had, I think, and I don't want to embarrass her sitting here, but she's kind of an X-factor player that we just have really lacked before. So she's a combo guard. I can play her as a wing, like a 2-man or a 3-man, I should say, 3-woman. But just as easily shifted to the point guard spot. So I think that a versatility, playmaking off the pick and roll, and then the shooting just gives us that versatility and impact that we have always kind of lacked. So we're really pleased that she's a Kiwi now and not an Aussie, and that's been a really good move for our program.
Great. Well, thank you, New Zealand. That concludes the post-game press conference.
Thank you.
Thanks.